Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Alicia Ying, your success coach and psychic here at yestotheying.com, where success always starts by saying yes to you. And today I'm really excited about our Tarot Tuesday because I am going to be doing the pick a card guidance, but what I'm also going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling more cards from different decks to give you further clarity on each card. And I wanted to do a little bit more of a deep dive into each card just because with this winter solstice that just happened yesterday, and we've got this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that happened last night for this magical time where love and abundance really are coming together and there are magical miracles happening. And if you're watching me, then you're probably really super excited to just slough off 2020 and really just clean out, declutter, get rid of anything that has made your life miserable so that in 2021, we can rise up above that, like reclaim our power and just really start manifesting all of the things that we really want and more. That includes true love, soulmates, wealth, money, success, fame, fortune, all the things that we just so deeply desire. And obviously 2020 was a big wake-up call to be like, hey, what was it that blocked you? Okay, cool. Now we know. Now we can do something about it and move forward. Okay, so let's dive in.
You are beautiful. You are glorious. You are a goddess. And success always starts by saying yes to you.
This week, we're going to do things a little bit differently and go a little bit more into a deep dive into each set of cards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you the 4 cards. So all you have to do is pick cards 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then I'm going to deliver clear and loving guidance for that card by also pulling from other decks. So they're just going to be a little bit more personalized. I hope that you really enjoyed this week. And of course, hit the thumbs up button if you're liking this kind of content, and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when the next video like this drops. Let's get into the cards. We've got piles 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So just go ahead and take a moment, feel whichever one indicates to you, and just choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, if you chose card number 1, you got the tribe. Okay, so the tribe usually means that this is all about finding the group of like-minded people that will make you feel good, that's going to rise you, lift you up higher, help you and support your dreams. And let's see what the book says about this. This signals a new affiliation with the group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know we are useful to our tribes, families, and communities. In a tribe, everyone has an important function and feels an I matter. Membership in the group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship, and of purpose, and comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you are part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming its leader. No matter your position in the tribe, your presence is needed. So what I really got for this is that this is really about finding your group, and this is really about figuring out what you can contribute in that group in order to have that sense of I matter and I belong. Now, let's just dive in a little deeper. And for those of you wanting a little bit more of the community, I'm going to pull from my magical mermaids and see. All right, magical mermaids, what guidance do you have for the people who picked number 1? How do they get more connected to their tribe? Yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. So I really like that. So that means that you you actually already know what kind of group you want to be a part of, who you want to kick out of your life, who you want to keep in your life. So your intuition is correct. So take the action accordingly. If you feel that you need to do something, then do it. If it's the group, get in there. If it's someone that you need to have boundaries with, make the boundary. Okay, that was very clear to me. It's very good action. All right, so then let's just get a little bit further guidance. What guidance do you have for the tribe? For people who chose the tribe. All right. Yes, there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So again, this is going back to this where I'm getting this very hardcore message for you to walk away from things that no longer serve you, especially people. This is really coming up as you need to declutter and cleanse your life of your people and the people that you have been subscribing to, whether that's even on social media and unfollowing them or whatever, what have you. Okay, another card, Strength, 11. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. This is all about self-worth, okay? Self-worth. Look, there's the lion and the lamb. You can still be kind and still be fierce at the same time. So just because you're kind doesn't mean that you're a pushover. You still can create boundaries. You still can use your power and own your power to be able to live the life that you desire in a tribe where you are fully recognized and appreciated for the kind of work and gifts that you bring towards the group, right? Okay. And then just for fun, I'm feeling this deck, so let's see. Synchronicity. Again, this is all about your intuition. Trust your intuition, right? So the angel of intuition, noticing the synchronicities, the 111s, 222s, 1111s, right? This is all about trusting your intuition. You deep down know what kind of tribe you want to be a part of, and you know who in your current life is already a soulmate, soul-aligned partnership, and who isn't. So trust your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition. If you were having a hard time, look for the synchronicity in everything. The synchronicity will be able to tell you, like, yes, you're on the right path. No, you're not on the right path. But this is definitely very aligned here with, like this, with walking away so that you can get your inner strength, right? And own your power so that you can get everything that you desire. So I really, really hope that helps. Let's see, just for fun, let's see what the news is. Ooh, the Muse of Emotions. Let me read that but how funny is it? The Muse of Emotions, the 11, the double-sided things. I mean, there's a lot of synchronicity happening. Okay. So here's what the Muse of Emotions says. All right, so this is all about rinsing the shadow. Come, tiny vessel of love, to the place where the water drops off and pours everything into the sweet shell of life. This message of highest love resides where all the bits and pieces of your anger and sadness are brewed and alchemized into beautiful experiences for the soul. For they too are experiences to be cherished and learned from. Come meditatively, quietly, calming. With everything that you are, leave nothing behind, for you will indeed need it all in this place of mindful understanding. Steer clear of the manipulation and moodiness. Steer clear of the manipulation and moodiness, and come into the night on the sweet waves of kindness. For those are the waves that will push you past the riptide. The waves of kindness. They will float you to the sandbanks of connection, and invite you to explore the inner world with the gentlest compassion. Your task is to simply be true to your heart. Hello, trust your intuition, right? And accepting of the nature that is, as the healing waters of pure love are headed your way. So again, this Muse of Emotions, the Muse is trying to tell you that you have everything within you, right? If you drink from your own well, you're going to be able to bring forth all of this abundance. It's all coming from within, right? You are co-creating with the universe. And so this is really important as you then drink from your own cup of positivity, of intuition, of these synchronicities, and walking away from that and owning your inner strength, look how much is going to pour out of you, which is in turn going to bring you into this sea of abundance and money and love that you desire. All right, that is for card number 1. I hope that was helpful. All right, if you chose card number 2, you got co-create. I love this one. We always tend to think we have to do everything by ourselves, but we don't. We actually can work with spirit in order to get what we desire. Okay, I'll read you what this says. But I am already getting this very strong hit that whoever, and all of you that chose pile number 2, you guys are trying to do it all by yourself. You don't have to do it by yourself. You get to co-create with the universe, which means you get to be like, okay, I'm going to do my part, and then you send universe to do its part. So that way you work together. I'm also sensing that maybe you guys are some of you might be doubting the universe, in which case you need to be able to say, okay, cool. If I was already the all-wise, knowing, and super powerful, wealthy, badass boss lady, blah, 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 what would I be doing? And this is about putting it out there, being like, okay, I'm going to become the boss. I'm taking back my own power. This is what I want to create. And then call in whatever spirits, guides, ancestors, or universe to help you get the actual thing, right? Delegate. Okay. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever you name your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. Oh my gosh, more intuition, right? You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create it, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. And I love that. And so there's another message again. You are trying too hard to create all that you desire without the nurturing vital force of spirit. And here's the funny thing is that if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling too stressed out, then you don't have to do it alone. You can call in spirit to help you. Let's pull some cards for extra guidance. So, okay. Okay, co-create. Surround yourself with positive people and situations. Avoid it. It's so funny how they bleed together, right? And this is kind of something where, again, it is what it is. I feel like, there's a little bit in each pile for everybody. Of course, take what resonates and dump the rest, because that's all that really matters anyhow. But I really get the strong hit that for the people who are co-creating, again, it is about maintaining a positive energy. And that's not just about thinking positive, but this is really about really listening to your intuition and then following what is going to be making you feel the best, what is bringing you the most joy, and stop sharing your goals and your excitement with people who are the toxic people in your life, the people who aren't genuinely happy for you, the people who don't need to be in your social circle, the people who don't need to be in your tribe. Stop sharing your stuff with them. You keep on thinking that these people are going to give you the love and acknowledgement and validation that you desire, and they keep on disappointing you, and then you get pissed off, and then you feel like the universe doesn't trust you. Do you see that? So the guidance is to remain in positive energy. That means only surround yourself with people who actually love you and lift you higher, the people who actually want to see you succeed, the people who actually aren't jealous about you. Does that make sense? Huge. I'm getting a call for another one, so we'll pull another one. Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. So again, what I'm getting from this card is that you might, because you've now want to take everything into your own hands, you might have the blinders on so much that you're not seeing how what you want could come into you in way bigger, more miraculous, magical ways. This, what I'm getting is that if you actually work with spirit in order to be able to get what you desire, the universe will give you what you want in the path of least resistance. But if you keep on putting yourself with negative people, there's going to be a lot of resistance, a lot of negativity, a lot of blocks. So what the mermaids are also asking you to do is to explore your options, to really find and change your perspective so you could see, hey, maybe the money could come in a way that I haven't even thought of before. Maybe I'm going to be able to get the love of my life through some unexpected way that I haven't even begun to think of yet. And when you do open yourself up to those possibilities, that's when the miracles start to happen. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. So this is a really good sign, right? So this is all coming now from a place of, if you can get the positive people out of your way and explore those options, so those are the helpful action cards, then you're actually going to be able to start falling in love with your life, okay? This is going to be about feeling that joy, feeling that freedom, feeling as if you're living happily ever after, feeling as though your life is magical AF because you have done this, right? So if this is the outcome that you want, then you're going to need to harness this and walk away from dishonest associations. Again, there's a lot of this, like, again, this last December, as potent as this astrology is, this is really a strong time, and like the message really is about walking away from those toxic things. Again, getting rid of that negative energy. Okay, let's do this. The power elephant, of course, stay grounded throughout this whole thing, right? This makes a lot of sense. So as you are co-creating your new reality, which by the way, today is a perfect day to set your goals for 2021, if you haven't done that already. But this is really about co-creating your new life. And in order to do that, you are going to have to stay grounded, right? Stand in your power. You can call on the power animal elephant to help you stand in your power, stay really grounded so that you can explore your new options, getting rid of all of the dishonest associations so that you can have this falling in love and being swept off your feet, because we know that you have been long deserving that. Okay, let's see. Okay, ooh, 7 of inspiration. Look at that. 7 of inspiration. Protect your inner light. Dang, if this wasn't a whole makes sense. This makes sense. Okay. So here's the thing. You may have had people who have attacked you for being who you are, your path, your position, or they just don't understand who you truly are. And this card and the Muse are really strongly advising you to just stop caring about what these other people think, right? This is about rising up, owning your power, filling your heart with joy, and not allowing others to dim your light. You deserve to be successful too. And this is a really strong time for you to defend your spark and reach out with love. And what I'm really also getting to as a strong message is that, you know, talk about the dishonest associations, right? And the positive energy. We've really, really got this message of pushing away, as you can see, pushing away the darkness, pushing away the people that don't really respect you and see you for who you are. You deserve to shine bright. You have a talent and gift that the world needs. You need to be seen and heard. And the most important way to be able to do this is to start showing up as your true, authentic self, flaws and all, and being able to speak your truth, right? You have to stand grounded, to stand in your power and co-create, right? And this is really about owning who you are, because you in and of itself are beautiful. And then people are going to fall in love with you, and you can't help but get all the things that you desire. I hope that really helps for the people who chose pile 2. All right, if you chose card number 3, you got Breathe in the Reverse. Ooh, ciao. Okay. Protection message. Inertia, laziness, and apathy are signs of not slowing down, but of decay and lifelessness. Wake up and go do something to shake this off. Go outside for some air. A walk in nature will remind you that all of life is ensouled and magical. Get some exercise, move out of your head and into your body, and breathe in deeply. Each breath is precious. So again, a lot of the times, and I know we're in like COVID times where, you know, there are lockdowns happening still and all of that, but this is a really important message that sometimes the reason why we feel tired and depressed is because we're not doing enough of what brings us joy. If we're overanalyzing everything, we're too much into our head. We need to get back into our body. Let's dive in further. Simplify your life and eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. So this makes perfect sense, right? Again, a lot of the times when we haven't done anything, you know, and we've just been sitting there, again, we might have been depressed because we have not been creating, right? Then this is really just about simplifying your life. Instead of overanalyzing, thinking that we have to do way too much in too little bit of time, this is about eliminating the clutter. If you can't eliminate the clutter from your home, from your mind, it is easier to do it in your physical space. And your physical space is really just a pure representation of your mental space. So the cleaner and more tidy your home is, the more clear-minded you will be, the better you'll be able to get into your body, stay in the present moment, and be able to manifest what you desire. Let's see. Relationships, angel. Okay, we're liking this. So I'm really getting this whole thing about like maybe like your relationships, the ones that have been closest to you, have been neglected. This is a time when you get into overwhelm, when you're starting to not do the things that are really bringing you joy, right? You're not staying in the present moment. When we get triggered, we are not present. And when we're not present, it's hard for us to appreciate the love and the family that we desire. So, or even that we have, right? Sometimes we take what we have for granted. That's what I'm getting a lot with this card. So this is about simplifying your life so that you have more time to spend with those that you love and those that you want to actually spend your time with in order to bring you the happiness that you desire. Makes sense? All right. Woo! Yes, it's time to take action. How funny. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams, amazing career opportunities. So yeah, so this is just a really simple, easy, clear spread, right? The strong message right here is, all right, we've done enough of the hemming and hawing and needing to process what we need to process. Right now, if you pulled card number 3, this is really about eliminating that clutter from your home, getting clear-minded, staying in the present, getting back into your body so you can appreciate the ones that you love. And when you do that, when you take that inspired action, again, it's that inspired action coming from spirit, dang, you're going to get a whole bunch of abundance and all the career opportunities and extra money and windfalls that you desire. So I really like that for you. Okay, I'm going to pull from this just in case. All right, we've got the Muse of Materials. So let's look at that. Wow, so this card is all about the abundance and earth energy, materials success, being able to get the life that you want, etc., right? So this card is asking you to make a commitment to really taking inspired action every single day in order to create the life that you desire. It is so easily there. This is also about really staying grounded in the earth energies, so that you can stay grounded, be able to take those actions, and be able to walk through and see that happily ever after, okay? So take inspired actions daily. This is the big key for you in order to get the love that you want, the money that you want, and the happiness and the health that you want to. I'm seeing a lot of like health issues from all of that over analyticalness and not really exercising or moving the body. It can be as simple as doing jumping jacks or squats at your home. It doesn't have to be, this 5K run, but it is about doing something to just open up the lungs, get that fresh air in. And when you get that fresh air in, you're going to be more clear-minded to be able to take that action and get what you desire. I hope that helps. All right. Last but not least, if you chose card number 4, you got Not For You. I like/don't like this card all at the same time, but I'll read you what this says. It's actually a really good card to get, in my opinion. Rejection is God's protection, okay? There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at it, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game and you feel as if you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed your dreams for this exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, though, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you way happier is on its way. Trust. And I think that's the thing is like when I get this card, sometimes I get really upset because it's like, oh man, I'm not going to get what I want. But then reframe that today by saying, oh my gosh, something so much better is coming for me, and that's going to make me way happier. And I think being able to know and look forward to like, oh my gosh, I thought I wanted this. I don't even know how it could even be better, but dang, I'm so excited for how much better it can be. That will definitely flip this around. All right, let's get some guidance from the Mother Healing. Okay, there we go. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. A lot of the times when we're having a hard time receiving and manifesting what it is that we really want, it's usually because there's more mother healing that needs to be done. All right, let's pull some cards from Okay, just kidding. Ooh, the Dream Angel Guide. Okay, so this is really good. This is really good. So this is about sometimes needing to rest and allow your angels to tell you the specific messages that you need in order to figure out what's not for you through your dreams. I like this one a lot. Okay, hold on. Let's get this. So you can actually call on your spiritual dream angels to help you while you're sleeping. They may be near you to help you have peaceful sleep or assist with healing while you're in the sleep state. They also help to make sure you're having safe travels when in the dream state, when your body visits different planes. You can call on them to have more vivid dreams, to remember your dreams, or to have more peaceful sleep, or to understand or interpret your dreams. You can also wear lavender or sleep with amethyst or rose quartz for peaceful sleep. So what I'm really also getting is that you might be having burnout right now. And if that's the case, getting really good sleep is going to be super important, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of mother healing and sort of rearranging again what is not for you, which is okay, because something way better is coming to you. Something way, way, way better. Way, way, way better. The 7 of Emotions, okay? The 9 of Inspiration. The 6 of Materials, okay? Here we go. So 3 of them wanted to come out for you for these. 7 of Emotions. Look at all the goldfish. Huh, so funny. This is all about daydreaming about the future, manifesting, making choices, illusions versus fantasies. All right, so this card is really asking you to take a look at these different options that you have and find which choice aligns with your truth and settle on that, okay? Lean towards that which brings you happiness and move from thinking into choosing and then deciding. So a lot of this analysis paralysis, which is why we're getting a lot of this big, like, not for you energy, right? In order to know what we really, really want, we're going to need to probably go into this dream state, get some actual sleep, heal the mother wound, and then be able to make a choice and decide, right? You want to decide and make a choice. All right. And again, this card is all about setting those clear boundaries. Look how powerful she is, right? Okay. The 9 of Inspiration endures gracefully, ready for this last stand. She sets her boundaries of protection, knowing in her heart that if she gives up now, she's giving up on all of the energy that she has already put into this endeavor. She asks you to rise and sustain your north. It's time to tie up loose ends, to follow through, and to meet your goals by seeing them through to proper completion. So again, even if something is not for you, right, you know what you do want. And when you know what you do want, that means you get to clear out the space for it to come by healing, by taking the rest that you need, making a choice, and then not backing down from that choice. So this or something better, and that's it. You don't need to slide back into the toxic cycles of the past. You can choose to move forward and really choose something. Look how empowered she is, and especially the orange, that orange chakra, right? And really being able to stand in your power, know what you want, and know that the universe can give it to you, because boom, the 6 of Materials we've got. Okay, let's do this. Giving and receiving, the flow of abundance, being charitable. So this is the whole thing where abundance is really all around you, right? And the way to be able to tap into that is to go in, to be able to understand the states between having and not having, between giving and receiving. This is really all about allowing the flow of what you want to come through. So if you're holding on to money so tight that because you're afraid you're never going to get it again, that is also squashing your abilities to be able to make the money that you desire. It's not for you, right? The way that you have been doing things has not gotten you what you've desired. So that's why they're really strongly encouraging you, right? That to take a balance of this energy. This is about the give and take. There is more where that came from, about shifting your mindset. Because look how powerful these 2 women are, right? Like on either side. And there's just so much flow. There's so much abundance, all these roses everywhere, because you have that abundant energy within you. But not if you are so in your head and you're just focused on one outcome, which is really not serving you at this current point in time. So in order to get from not for you into, oh, this was meant for you, right? Because Spirit has way better things aligned for you. This is really, truly about looking at all the different choices that you have, making a choice and settling on it, putting on your boundaries, and then allowing yourself to give and take. This whole thing is all about this divine feminine healing. Once you own this, the rest of this will come into play. I really hope that that helps you. I really hope that that was helpful, doing it a little bit more deep dive and kind of pulling from more decks. I thought that it would be a little bit of fun, and especially since we're coming up at the end of the year, we all could use a little extra guidance into helping us get to where we want to go in 2021. And on that last note, the only other thing that I wanted to add was that I had pulled 2 cards out just as a general message for these 4 cards in general, right? So this is for the collective, because again, these always tell a story to me. But no matter which card pile that you chose, the general, I guess, mental and emotional block that people are really needing to, I guess, heal or come to grips with, or just kind of settle once and for all and make a choice, make a decision as to what you want your story to be moving forward, is yin, allowing yourself to receive, okay? And then also TikTok, okay? Which is this whole thing about time. It's really interesting because, in all honesty, if we were really fully aligned and just knew 100% that we were worthy and deserving of getting what we wanted, and that it was in fact coming, we would have no problems with receiving. We would just receive it, and we would know that we would receive it, and we would just receive it, and it would be so easy and effortless. I've been able to do manifesting like that like many a times in my life before I even knew what manifesting was. But this card comes into play as far as allowing yourself to receive, believing you're worthy enough to receive, knowing that what you want is fine. There's nothing bad with what you really truly want, and you can actually get what you want relatively easy if you give up this thing called time. Now, we as humans created this construct of time, so we had a linear way to be able to measure things. But in the whole grand scheme of things, there really isn't this kind of time. It's never too late to start a new goal or to choose a new life. And you're never too old. There's never, like, we need to erase the fact that maybe the time has passed, right? Like maybe you were meant to get your big break, I don't know, 10 years ago. You're feeling like you're too old. You're feeling like maybe there's not enough time to get your goals accomplished. And I invite you this week to kind of play with the idea of, what if, in order to receive everything that I wanted and more in a way that was more magical than I could ever imagine, is to release a sense of time. Maybe it wasn't my time to get it now, because if I had actually gotten what I wanted now, maybe it wouldn't have been the way that I had wanted it to be. Maybe it would have been a lot more stressful, maybe more toxic people, and maybe it would have done a disservice to me rather than something that was going to propel me, love me, lift me higher, move me forward on my soul's purpose and path, right? When we're in our human form, we can't really step back and see that huge perspective, like of the whole entire chessboard of what the universe sees. So when we get into that mode, this is about just kind of like, again, that whole co-create card where it's like, okay, well, you get to say, you have free will. Hey, this is what I desire. I know that I'm worthy and deserving of receiving it. So I know that it is mine. So bring that shit to me. Thank you so much. And because I'm not worried about time anymore, it's going to come when it's going to come, and I don't even have to worry about it. And a lot of the times when you stop, the moment that you stop worrying and you're just like, I just already know that it's coming, so like whatever, is literally when it happens. Like that's when the miracle happens, is when you're just like, you know, without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to happen, and it's going to happen. I always have countless stories of how I managed to do that in my real life. Whether that's, you know, wanting to, you know, find a new boyfriend or whatever, or whether that's, you know, manifesting a role in my acting career, or whether that's manifesting unexpected money. You know, I have like these things where it's like, you know, I got sick and tired when I was traveling in Thailand, and I was like, oh, I'm sick and tired of these Europeans. Like, I just want a nice Southern boy. And what happens the next day? I literally get flagged down by a guy from Houston, Texas, right? Like, what are the odds? Being able to manifest a straight up, you know, acting job on a TV show that I had already gotten, and being able to work with a director that I really love, like manifested that within 24 hours. Being able to manifest unexpected money. Usually that's decluttering for me, but I'm just like, oh, I'm just so sick and tired of this. I even do that with my Poshmark sales. I'll be like, you know what? I'm so tired of this. Like, I've done enough. Like, whatever. The sales are just going to come. And then literally moments later, it's like, you've made a sale. You've made a sale. You've made a sale. So it's all possible. It's just about making sure to feel like you're worthy and deserving of being able to get whatever it is that you asked for, and then releasing the time, and then the individual guidance for those cards that I picked for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that this was helpful. If you would like your own reading, of course, you can just email me or slide into my DMs on Twitter, or click on the link on my website. And then also, yes, thank you again for watching. Click the thumbs up button if you like this. That would be really helpful. And also click the subscribe button if you would like more content like this. And click the bell icon if you want to be one of the first people to know when the next video drops. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy this winter solstice and this magical time. And I'm telling you, magical miracles can totally happen right now. Everything is aligned to do so. All you have to do is allow yourself to receive. That is the message. All right. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And of course, always remember that success always starts by saying yes to you. I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.